Hey, it's Kat. I'm gonna do something very weird, but I'm late, or I'm trying to get to a set, and of course someone's walking slow behind me. It's always something, you know what I mean? Anyway, yeah, oh shit. God. Oh my goodness gracious. Anywho, you know I love doing multiple things at the same time. I don't know if that's good or bad, but whatever. I'm just a busy person. Hopefully, it is hot. It's like 67 degrees, but the sun is hitting the windshield, so I'm sweating. Anywho, Lucian Grenache, I hope I'm saying his name right before I forget it. He's the head of Universal Music. He's the CEO. His son is married to Sophia Richie. And what makes it very interesting, he was knighted by Prince William. Was it 2016? Anywho, the reason why that's interesting about Lucian Grenache, if I'm saying his name right, sorry, is that he has been named in the Diddy lawsuit. Mr. Jones, me and Mr. Jones, that producer. He has named him as well as other executives in the lawsuit against Diddy. You know, alleging sex trafficking and giving money to Diddy to have those, you know, those parties and to do illegal activities. So it's amazing, the network, powerful people all entwined. Whether the Universal CEO is going to get indicted or anything is a whole nother story. Because it's really interesting to me how many people who are extremely rich, because he's a billionaire, I think he has over $22 billion. They never get touched. You know what I'm saying? It's always the fall guys or women. So it's going to be very interesting what happens. You know, people keep comparing Diddy to Epstein, like he's the Black Epstein. It's like, I look at Epstein and Diddy as brothers, like Masonic brothers, because, you know, they believe in a certain, I don't know, they believe in certain things that a regular person may not be involved in. But I don't know how far I want to talk about certain things that I study, because I like to know things. There's a lot of esoteric knowledge out there, but I'm an avid researcher, and a long time ago I found some things that blew my mind. But I'll just leave it here. Some people are they're into sex magic, and they use it for nefarious reasons, and they love to abuse people. It gets them off for some strange reason. But I would say this: trauma, people who are traumatized, if they don't get help, and if they stay in that victimhood modality, and they never do any self-reflection, they will traumatize other people. It's only natural. But Diddy, as well as Epstein, took it to a whole nother level. And if you don't know, I covered Jeffrey Epstein in New York in 2019, right before he died, and then while they were dealing with his death. And the more knowledge that comes out, the more it's still related to, like, the power players, and also the monarchy, because of course Andrew was involved with Epstein. King Charles was good friends with Jimmy Savile. If you don't know who Jimmy Savile was, he was a British presenter, but also a children host, and he was a prolific rapist, pedophile freak. But he was good friends with, King Charles when he was prince. So you have people trying to use the William and Harry going to a party or having pictures with Diddy, you know, and some people are using it to say, oh, you know, Harry's a bad guy, he went to a Diddy party, or, you know, meanwhile they cut out William being in the photographs. Or you have the flip side. I don't, you know, it was their mother's, I believe, the 10th anniversary of her death, and I think they had a concert in her honor, and I think Diddy was there. Diddy has taken a lot of pictures with very big celebrities. Until, you know, there's actual evidence. What is interesting is all these people, again, are connected to the monarchy. And it makes my mind go, you know, did people buy knighthood? You know, some of these people, what do they get in exchange? And if people can actually get tried for criminal activity once they are a billionaire. You know what I'm saying? Because Diddy has been fucking around and doing horrible things for like 30 years. There's a lot of bodies under Diddy, right? And in my opinion, because some of those deaths have been things like strange pneumonia, or someone gets in a coma, or, you know, I don't know exactly what Kim Porter died of, but even the original coroner, he died. And he thought her death was suspicious. So, in my opinion, whatever these people died of, it's not like, what do I kind of say? Like regular poison or a shot. Like, this is more CIA, Putin-esque type of espionage killing. You know what I'm saying? In other words, it's not the average Joe. They can make someone look like they died from pneumonia. You know, it's not normal. And the other interesting thing that pops up is, I don't know if I have my memory correct on this, but wasn't Corey Gamble at Kim Porter's house, or am I seeing things in my head wrong? But Corey Gamble is an interesting character because he was also, if you don't know who Corey Gamble is, he's the guy that's with Pimp Mama Kris Jenner, Kardashian, whatever you want to call her. You know, the woman that brokered a porn of her daughter with Ray J, and she became a star, and their whole family lives off her porn tape, and her bad acting. I always thought the Kardashians were a CIA op because they got so many young people to be vapid into getting plastic surgery, into recording everything on their phone. I mean, they were very instrumental in the whole surveillance state. And I'm sure the CIA is really happy with the work that Kardashians have done. But getting back to Corey Gamble, I do believe somehow he was connected to Kim Porter. Don't know how, don't know why, I just think so. But I've seen Corey Gamble with Steve Harvey in Beverly Hills several years ago when I was shooting in Beverly Hills. When I say shooting, I mean photography. If you guys don't know, I am a photographer. It's really wild doing this right now because I'm watching people walk across the light, jaywalk in the street while people drive in LA. And if you've never driven in LA, it is an experience. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to be really careful because they they made it now where jaywalking is not illegal. See, this is my problem, as I change the subject real quick. But because there was really bad cops abusing their job, and then sometimes giving people tickets for minuscule things, it got to a point where people were like, okay, we don't, no more jaywalking violations. But now you just have people walking in the middle of the street, a lot of them mentally ill, who it's like they want to have death by car. But anyway, let me get back to Corey Gamble, whatever his stupid name is. He's in the mix. I don't even know exactly what he does. I have to research him. But he was there. But what's also interesting about Corey was at the party, allegedly, where Tory Lanez got set up by Megan Thee Stallion. And there was only a few people there. It was at, Kylie Jenner's house. And for some reason, Corey was there, hanging out with Kylie, mixing drinks, which is interesting because drinks can be laced with drugs. And Tory allegedly likes to smoke a lot of weed. And he said as soon as he hit the door, someone gave him 5 shots. So, I mean, I'm not a lawyer, and I'm not a, professional investigator, but if I was on Tory's team, I would have asked for a blood test. I would have got a blood test just to be safe, because I don't know if he was drugged or not. There's just too many weird things going on. And knowing what we know now about the whole Diddy parties and drugging people, and Diddy being connected to, of course, Jay-Z, them being best buddies. I mean, anything's possible. So yeah, I'm just gonna leave those things in your mind.